Do you feel Keenan gets the credit he deserves? That family and what he in living color, you had to see it. You had to. I mean, back then you recorded it, or you found a way to get home, but you had to see what you guys were going to do. Does he get the credit that he deserves?
No, and even I give him credit that I didn't really realize until after the show.
Right.
I didn't know how much of a genius he was when it comes to comedy. I didn't know his people skills were so, I mean, amazing. Okay? He, as a producer, he was an unbelievable writer. He's an unbelievable director. He'd already directed 2 movies, 3 movies.
Right.
To do that show. His family make you jealous. Because when they see each other, even the guys kiss each other on the cheek when they see each other. I'm like, damn, I couldn't have a family like that. You know?
Right.
It's like, hey, brother, hey, mwah, mwah, and they hug.
Right.
For a minute, you got, what is this family? You know what I mean? So they had love too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
He's out of New York City, so he got a street sense, you know, but went to college, got a book sense, but he got his own sense, got good sense. His mom and his daddy, hardworking.
Right.
You see? But it's his genius. I'll give you an example. We were doing, he asked me, you know, we had to come up with stuff because it wouldn't get on the show, so we had to say we knew something. So he said, Tommy, sitting there, everybody looking through this group, Tommy, do you have a Michael Jackson sketch? I said, yep. And then my mom was like, you ain't got no damn Michael Jackson. You know, told him yes, now. He said, I want it tomorrow. I said, cool. I ran upstairs, I grabbed the writer, man. Me and the writer wrote the song out, wrote the sketch out. I called the guy who does all the music.
Right.
I went right from the job to his house. We stayed up until 6 in the morning and recorded that thing. He recorded it, put it together. We took it in. That afternoon, we put that sketch on his feet, you know, with all the stuff, cameras and everything, you know, because Keenan had heard the song. He said, let's do it. And set up all the other production stuff. So we're in there. I'm singing the song and walking through, and then stop, do this part, stop, do this part, and we do all this stuff, right? We're running plays, right?
Right.
Just to get it in your, you know, so after this first snap, you ain't gotta, it's in you, right? So this is when Keenan comes in. Keenan comes in when all that's done, and Keenan just goes, do this, do that. So Keenan comes over, he goes, okay, Tommy, when you're walking down the sidewalk, from here to here, don't just walk. Anybody got any chalk? We're gonna put a hopscotch there for you. So you hopscotch from there to here, okay? So then when you go down the rest of the sidewalk, you're gonna get to here, right? This is the edge of the sidewalk. So do we have a fan? One of those big giant fans? Yes, we do. I'm gonna have a bunch of leaves and wind just blow you back, okay? When you go to hit the car window, don't just hit the car window, go, you know what I mean? And then he came up with that last line. You know, he said, you know, am I black or white? And Keenan said, you're under arrest. The police says, you're under arrest. And then I look at the camera and go, well, I guess I am black.
Right.
He just tops it off.
Right.
He just tops it off. You knew somebody like that who don't get credit, Shanahan.
Right.
Y'all wasn't supposed to win nothing.
Right. Yeah.
All y'all played regal football. All y'all were just like any other team.
Right.
But he was able to find a way
to make it work.
To get y'all working together and for y'all to buy into your roles.
Right.
And look what happened.
Right.
Twice. I saw in that Atlanta game, right? Atlanta came down twice. Bap, bap, bap. They going for the third one. All right, we coming in this first quarter, right? So they ran a play and Romanowski blitzed and just missed him by an inch. Somebody on the sideline must have said, do it again.
Right.
Because they came and did it again. You know, Rome got him. Bam, and it changed the emotion on the sideline. You ain't look back because that momentum.
Right.
That momentum came back. You know, it's kind of like the same science.
They look at it and people say, well, there was a lot of nepotism going on because he had his brothers in, he had his sisters in. And I heard Marlon say it's like, F nepotism. He says, I'm doing this, and if I can't put my family on, what the hell am I doing it for?
And it's true. And he's right about it. But let's just say the receiver in the game is your brother.
Right.
All right? And it's 25 on the clock. You know, you got about 2 passes that's going to him, and he'll drop everything from game on back.
Right.
Who you going to? Just because? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We're on a field and we're playing a game.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It wasn't like they weren't doing their job and they were still getting
Right.
roles. They were performing.
Right, but they got a chance to play.
Right.
There's a lot of people that were JUCO and should have been in the league and you know it.
Right.
But it's a game. It's bigger than just the actual activity.
Right.
So once I saw that and realized that, if you're on the other end of it, and it doesn't feel so good because
Right.
you want to be a part of it.
Right.
With me personally, I just wanted to be a part of the family.
Right.
You know, and I am.
Right.
And I am. The first thing his father said to me, his father loved me. His whole family loved me. I got a movie. I was the first one to get a big movie, Strictly Business.
Right.
With Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people were easy with that. And I was kind of like, oh, man. But when I went to the premiere, it was me and Halle in the limousine, and we drive up, and we get out, and the rope is there, and all the people are there, and guess who's there? His father. And his father go, Tommy! 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 Tommy Davidson, baby!
He's proud of you like he's a father.
Yeah.
Like you're his son.
Yeah, and Keenan treated me like he was one of his brothers. You know, I'm going through trouble or whatever, he'll say, hey, man, you got to get that right. You know?
Right.
You work too hard.
Right.
I froze up on my first sketch on In Living Color.
Right.
Right? So, because I realized I was on TV. So I'm ready, and I'm this comic that came from D.C., and I'm ready to do this sketch, right? And I saw the red dot on the camera, and I was like, I turned into like a skull, right? And I'm there. You know, and they go, Tommy. And then finally, Damon walked over to me. He put his arm around me, man. He said, nigga, you work way too hard to get here. You over in that apartment with your baby. You know, I watch you in them clubs. All you gotta do is do it. You know? And that's how they are. So it's a half a dozen to one. You know, it's a tough process because you want to win the game.
Right.
Right? But the way that the game is played, you know, I don't care how you slice it. It's team.
Right.
And roles. You know, you don't get that stuff. I remember Denny Green when when the Vikings were packed. They had Chris, they had Moss, they had Robert. Remember Roberts? They had everything. Jordan at T. They had that defense. They had everything. Pep. They had it all. They were the machine, and they lost in the first round of Phoenix. Remember that? And so they were broken because that was their year, right? They should have been in Atlanta, right?
Right.
I guess so, right? I guess they'd have been playing y'all.
Yeah. They lost to the Falcons in the championship game.
Yeah, and that
was
hurt.
Randall Cunningham.
Right, and that hurt me because I'm a Minnesota fan.
Right.
Long story. So
How you gonna be that fan? You had just came and did our Super Bowl party.
hey man,
What kind of bull job is that?
Hey, man.
You done came and did our food, ate our food, got our money.
hey, I'm a player. Pay me. That was Neil Smith.
I know.
Yeah, Neil was like, that's my man.
Yeah.
And that's when I discovered. I learned through the players what the game really is.
Right.
It's a freaking war, man. It ain't no joke.